The National Heavy Boxing League is brought to you by Bonk's Fun Box, one small box full of damn good fun. New traders on the block. Feel like trading? Head on over to New Traders on the Block trade servers. The Equestrian Sentinels. For them, for us, for Equestria. Free TF2 weapons, giveaways, contests, and more. Give hard, cry later. Time to Play Network. If it's time to play, let's play together. TF2 Alliance, a collection of high-quality, ad-free TF2 communities. And by Taco Cat, where a man belongs. Bonk's Funbox welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Heavy Boxing League.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Season 4 kickoff matches of the National Heavy Boxing League. I'd like to welcome you again. Today's fighters will include Bao Biscuit vs Snake and Flutterman vs White Russian Bear. First, I'd like to introduce the commentators. First one is none other than the Gentleman's Fedora. Accompanying him, James Baxter. And by their side, Bonk Nickeltoon. And now I'd like to hand it over to the commentators for the pre-commentary show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Season 4 kickoff matches of the National Heavy Boxing League. Before we begin with our pre-commentating show, we shall honor both Soviet Russia and America by listening to both of their national anthems, starting with the formerly Soviet Russian national anthem. Now we shall listen to the American National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to our donators. I Love You, You Love Me, Setup 1337, and Spyron for helping support the prize pool for Season 4 of the National Heavy Boxing League. And now on with our pre-commentating show. Gentlemen, Fedora, Bonk, Nicholson, James Jackson. Now, gentlemen, here's the thing. 2 years delay of NHBL, and now we are seeing the kickoffs that have been long awaited for. We are going to see an epic matchup between Flutterman, a guy who's been around since Season 2 and has lost to Russian in the first round twice, and Russian Bear, the first rookie to win the Sasha Heavyweight Championship and a runner-up in the conference finals last season. On that side of the show, being the NHBC match tonight, I think that it's going to be Russian out on top. Even though Flutterman does pack a good game, he is certainly not as good as Russian. What do you think, James?
I think history kind of speaks for itself here. You know, a rookie comes out, he wins the championship, you know, completely shocks everyone with this unbelievable underdog story, and, you know, he's continuously working on his game since then. You know, if he's that good as a rookie, imagine how good he is now. That's why I'm thinking Russian's going to come out on top.
Indeed. Bonk, you've been around here since pretty much the first season, and you've seen Russian come in originally as the rookie. Do you think that he still has the same skills that he has had throughout his entire career in the National Heavy Boxing League?
Now, I've seen Russian since the first season, and the way he plays is ungodlikely different than any other player that I've seen on National Heavy Boxing League. He's got the agility, the speed, the movement, the pizzazz. He's moving all over the place, punching heavies, making them bleed from the nose and mouth. Russian, I have a feeling that he is going to win, and I have a feeling that Flutterman is not going to make it on top tonight. He has been the Sasha Heavyweight Championship in the second season, and isn't it the runner-up, if I remember, for the third?
Yes, Russian was the runner-up for the conference finals last season.
So I have confidence that tonight he's going to make it, and he's going to move on to the next round.
Yes, I do too. Now, let's move on to the match of the Soviet-Russian Heavy Boxing Conference in between Bao Biscuit, who is a new fighter to the NHBL, but I have been told that he is a frequent fighter on trade servers for heavy boxing, and he is also a very skilled heavy boxer. You have him going against Snake, who was the runner-up for the Sasha Heavyweight Championship last season. Now, the thing is with last season with Wu Gotta Be Sneaky and Snake in the Sasha Heavyweight Championship, Wu, he has this kind of skill, or he had this kind of skill in that match where he was able to tell where Snake was going to go. He was able to predict his moves. And I think that with Snake facing Bao Biscuit, even though Bao Biscuit is an unknown to him, I think that Snake has learned that he has to be unpredictable, and he can't do the same move over and over that he's learned from battling against Sneaky in the Sasha Heavyweight Championship last year. Would you agree on that, Bonk?
Yes, I would agree on that, but I do see Snake coming out on top. Snake came into the season last year, and honestly, he whooped his ass. Big whoop. But the thing about Snake is that this year he's entitled to an entirely new fighter strategy. He needs to learn how to defend himself against all of these new fighters, or he's not going to be able to make it out on top.
Yes, indeed. And Baxter, now, I know you're a new commentator for the season, but at least hearing our comments on Snake as he was the runner-up for the Sasha Heavyweight Championship and comparing it to Bao Biskit, who's a complete unknown to the National Heavy Boxing League, but his reputation is supposedly amazing. Do you have an opinion formulated on the Soviet-Russian Heavy Boxing Conference match, or are you just going to wait until we get closer into it?
I do have an opinion. With the trade server idea, I really wouldn't use that as much as a reputation, as, you know, that's not really, you know, your professional heavy boxing fighters. Those are just dudes coming on looking for high betting gambles and such. I mean, you might get a good heavy boxer here and there, but, you know, as far as skilled, top of the class heavy boxers, that is not what you find on trade servers. Now, as far as Snake goes, he's got this ability, from what I hear, to read fighters like an open book. Like, he knows where they're going, he knows what they're going to do, he knows how to counter it. That's a skill that's very, very important to have when you're a heavy boxer, and I just can't see Snake losing this match.
All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you of our sponsors tonight. The Season 4 of the National Heavy Boxing League is brought to you by Bonk's Fun Box, one small box full of damn good fun. New Traders on the Block. Feel like trading? Head over to New Traders on the Block trade servers. Equestrian Sentinels. For them, for us, for Equestria. Free TF2 weapons, giveaways, contests, and more. Give hard, cry later. Time to Play Network. If it's time to play, let's play together. TF2 Alliance, a collection of high-quality, ad-free TF2 communities, and by Taco Cat, where a man belongs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall introduce our referee for tonight's match. He is a new referee to the National Heavy Boxing League, a frequent member of Bonk's Fun Box, and he is also a very good dancer. Give it up for the one and only Max! And as Wu Gotta Be Sneaky was the winner of the third Sasha Heavyweight Championship last season, that means that the National Heavy Boxing Conference match will go first in the kickoffs. So first to introduce our away fighter advantage. He has been in the National Heavy Boxing League since Season 2. He has lost to White Russian Bear in 2 matches He's lost to White Russian Bear in the first round of the National Heavy Boxing League in Season 2 and 3. He is ready to lay it all on the line tonight. Give it up for Fluttermem! And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall introduce our home field advantage fighter. He was the first rookie to win the Sasha Heavyweight Championship, and he was the runner-up for the conference finals last season. Co-owner of Bonk's Fun Box, give it up for White Russian Bear! And now this is the portion of the show where us commentators will judge who is going to win based on their loadouts. Honestly, looking at both of their loadouts, it looks like Russian Bear is a little bit more decorated, a little bit more fierce looking than Fluttermem is over there. I mean, he's got a bear skin wrapped around his head and neck, while you just have Fluttermem over there who's just wearing an Indian chief hat. So, at least in loadout-wise, I think Russian takes the cake. What do you think, Baxter?
Well, definitely, I wouldn't give, what's his name over there, too much of a bad go. He's been working hard on that hat. It's a robot, you know, you gotta know a lot of engineering. But once again, you look at the scrapper that is White Russian Bear toting around a bear skin on the top of his head, and let's not also mention the belt that he wears that he won, I believe it was in Season 2. So, you know, I think based on the loadouts, White Russian's got this.
Bonk?
Man, look at both these people. I remember when Russian used to wear, and don't get me wrong, I remember when he used to wear a bunch of blood-stained suits from his enemies from the past seasons. Now, if you look at the, our other player, Fluttermem, he's got some kind of hot rod-like hat. It sounds like he fights for victory. He fights for his friends and everything else. While Russian, look at his hat. You can tell he's got a bunch of knives in the back room. He doesn't mean business. He wants to kick your ass out of the play.
All right, and now we shall kick it off to Max to kick off this amazing fight.
Alright, gentlemen, I want to see a clean fight, like OxyClean. No jumping, no crouching, blah, blah, blah. Okay, White Russian, are you ready to beat down this man, your opponent? No! Alright. What's his name again?
Fluttermem.
Oh, Flutterman, are you ready to, try to beat his record? Your opponent's record. Okay. When I shoot my gun and salute style, we'll get this match going. If I could never mind.
Wait a second, I think Russian is asking to say before we begin. I think he has
I said go.
Oh, wait.
Oh, good sportsmanship. Great sportsmanship shown by the past rookie.
Such nice gentlemen they are.
That was good. That was very good sportsmanship that Russian Bear showed there. That has never happened in a match before, where a fighter has gone up and offered to high-five the other fighter. And round one of this amazing fight. Russian and Fluttermem going around. The first punch thrown by both of them. Damage the same. Russian throwing in punches. Looks like Fluttermem is a little bit hesitant there on form.
Well, can you blame him? He's lost to this man twice now. I wouldn't be too hesitant.
Oh, me too. And Russian Bear wins round one. So that goes to the Russian. That was an interesting round seeing that. Both of them were using the same tactic of be hesitant and let them go after you first so you can let them miss and go in and punch. They're using the same tactic, but that strategy is easy to break if an opponent knows how to break it. The only thing is that Russian may have to switch up his ideas a little bit more, because now that both of them know each other's strategies, it looks as if it is going to be a more difficult match. What do you think, Baxter?
It does look like it's going to be a difficult match, but you know what I love most of all about heavy boxing? When people use that same strategy over and over, and it's just a fair-out brawl. Who can do that strategy better, you know? Who is the better boxer?
Yes, Bonk, seeing this round, how do you feel about their strategies?
Honestly, I don't see no difference. All I know is there's going to be blood after this next round is over.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you today's program is brought to you by Bonk's Fun Box, one small box full of damn good fun. New traders on the block. If you like trading, head on over to New Traders on the Block trade servers, and by Equestrian Sentinels. For them, for us, for Equestria. And now we shall go back to Max for round 2.
First round and already, he won that round. Alright, finally, you have to win this round because you lost to this man like twice. He's gonna go for third. So, you gonna take the support again? Yeah. Are you ready? Oh, okay. Russian. if you win the what is this best 5 out of what is it?
It is best 2 out of 3.
Oh, okay. If you win this next round, you will win this
He will advance. He will advance to the divisionals.
Yes. What he said. So, are you ready? All right. Give me some. All right. Sound of my gun. Zoom out.
And they're
Start of round
here. They
2.
go. Pointing.
Russian.
Hesitant again.
Trying to hang back and see who will lay the first punch. Looks like they're not changing their strategy up at all. Russian lays the first punch.
It seems they keep moving away from each other. Don't see a lot of punches thrown. Now there's some punches thrown.
Yes, the first punch was laid by Russian. Both punching. Flutterman made. Whoa! Russian wins round. Not only does Russian win round 2, but he managed to do a roundhouse punch to win that match. That was an interesting tactic, and we have never seen that before in the National Heavy Boxing League. That was truly an amazing feat. Don't you think so, Baxter?
Of course it is. You know, that's what National Heavy Boxing League is all about. Amazing finishes, finishing the amazing matches. Baby.
Indeed. And now we shall go down to the sideline interview with Right Russian Bear, brought by Bonk Nicholton.
Holy crap, Russian. I have seen plays. I have seen things that you have never imagined. I've been to worlds and back. I've been to hell, heaven. I've been everywhere. But I have never, ever seen something like that. How do you feel from that last play?
You did well!
Excellent. You want a high five? Yes, you will get a high five for that jump spin. That was brilliant. You need guts, and you have it. That was excellent. And I hope to see you again in the next match. Back to you, Fedora.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall introduce the fighters for our Soviet-Russian Heavy Boxing Conference match. The first fighter will be introduces our away fighter advantage. He is a new fighter to the National Heavy Boxing League, and he is also claimed to have a great reputation with trade heavy boxing. Give it up for the one and only Bow Biscuit. Now we shall introduce our home advantage fighter. He was the runner-up for the Sasha Heavyweight Championship last year. And he is ready to win the Sasha Heavyweight Championship this year. Give it up for the one and only Snake. Now, once again, this is a portion of the match where we commentate, where we judge based on their loadouts. Now, in my opinion, looking at both of these, it is a very tough decision. One of them has a heavyweight champ belt. One of them has spikes on his shoulders. One of them has locks on their head, and one of them has a spike on their head. It's a hard decision for me, but by how scary he looks, I'm going to go with Bow Biscuit. You, Baxter?
Ah!
You, Bonk?
That belt looks like it was bought from Erasmus, who bought it from the Chinese mafia.
So who are you going with loadout-wise?
God, I'm sorry, Snape. I'm gonna have to go for... I think we all know.
Alright. Baxter, you there, buddy, or did you time out? Alright, he is timed out. Remember, the National Heavy Boxing League's fourth season is brought to you by free TF2 weapons, giveaways, contests, and more. Give hard, cry later. And now we shall move down to Max for round 1 of this amazing match.
I really have to say, that was really good effort on the last rounds of the American heavy boxers. Now, I want to see what happened on these rounds of the Soviet American rounds, or whatever. H-Pro or something like that. Are you ready?
I am ready.
He's not yet, yes, okay. Name again.
Snake.
Oh, Snake, are you ready to take down your opponent? Alright. Same goals applies to the American rounds, blah blah blah. Let's get this match going.
The round kicks off. Both fighters taking a hesitant approach. First punch thrown. More punches being thrown. Snake wins round 1.
Quick round.
That was a very quick round. It was kind of hard to see what was going on. It looked as if Snake just kept hooking around to the right side of the heavy boxer. I was trying to just punch him around there and make him have to rotate his mouse more fast. So it looked like Snake had a dominant strategy there. It was kind of hard to predict what Bow Biscuit was trying to do, but with that kind of strategy that Snake had, there's no way you can cope with that. James?
Just an all-out brawl. One of the reasons I watch heavy boxing.
Bonk?
I have no comment. I felt like I said this before last season. But yeah, no comment.
Alright, today's Season 4 of the National Heavy Boxing League is brought to you by Time to Play Network. If it's time to play, let's play together. TF2 Alliance, a collection of high-quality, ad-free TF2 communities. And by Taco Cat, where a man belongs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will go back down to the referee Max for round 2.
Alright, so, Arbo, you really have to take out your opponent. He's like really one round away to advancing to the divisions. And you, Snake, have to take down your opponent to actually advance to the divisions. So, that means you're both ready to fight. Blah blah blah, sound bite.
Round 2
And they're off to
starts
the race
off.
too. This one being a bit more hesitant this time. Throw some riding punches.
First punch thrown.
Clinton.
Still hesitation. Looks as if Snake has gotten more punch than Snake will advance to the divisionals. Wow.
Another quick round.
Another quick round.
Surprise.
Yes, another quick round, another dominant strategy. Biscuit just did not compromise on that strategy that Snake was using of going to the right. He just did not change up his strategy to try and cope with that. It looked as if that Biscuit was being more hesitant in that round than he actually needed to be. Bonk.
Wow, that was quick. And honestly, I've seen quick, but not quick enough.
And now we shall go down to the sideline interview with our Victor Snake with James Baxter.
Hey guys, live here from the scene with the winner, Snake. Snake, how are you feeling about this win right now? It was a pretty dominant win.
To be quite honest, I'm not really feeling anything at all. It's just one more step forward to Sasha heavyweight. I just got to keep playing, take one step at a time, and do what I can to win, and make sure it's always honorable. Make sure have good sportsmanship and just play.
You're not letting the emotions get the best of you, keeping a straight face, just training right on ahead, huh?
That is correct. I don't really usually worry about my opponents. Usually I worry more about having fun. And I think fun is the most important thing here when it comes to the NHBL. I learned a lot from last year, being a rookie and all. I made it to the Sasha Heavyweight Championship, and obviously I was taken down pretty effortlessly, but still, it was a learning experience and it was a blast.
Very kind words there from the victor. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, James.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the kickoff matches for the National Heavy Boxing League. Tune in tomorrow for the epic matchup on the Soviet-Russian heavy boxing side between Rabbit and Dwimmersmike. Also in the National Heavy Boxing Conference, Mr. Jingle Balls against Metro. Ladies and gentlemen, we would also like to remind you once again our sponsors. Bonk's Fun Box, one small box full of damn good fun. New Traders on the Block. Feel like trading? Head on over to New Traders on the Block trade servers. Equestrian Sentinels. For them, for us, for Equestria. Free TF2 weapons, giveaways, contests, and more. Give hard, cry later. Time to Play Network. If it's time to play, let's play together. TF2 Alliance, a collection of high-quality, ad-free TF2 communities, and by Taco Cat, where a man belongs. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's matches of the National Heavy Boxing League. We will hope to see you tomorrow, and good night.